In part C of practice problem number 1, the difference in the y-intercepts is -2. And that -2 is continually divided by decreasing differences in the two slopes. As that -2 gets divided by decreasing amounts, x as a result increases. So let's take a visual look at what's going on when you divide 2. And so I'm going to divide 2 rather than -2. Same idea, you divide 2 by decreasing amounts. What happens? Why does the value for x increase? So here are all the images together. And so think of this 2 units as, for example, $2, or you can think of it as 2 feet. Anything that's 2 units, and those 2 units, or $2 in this case, are being divided up by smaller and smaller pieces. So it starts out by dividing $2 up by $3. For example, so how many of these $3 can you get out of $2? Then divide by $2, then divide by $1.75, $1.75, then divide by $1, then 3/4 or 3/4, and then finally 1/4 or 1/4. And the idea is to see that as this 2 is divided up by smaller and smaller pieces, you get more of those pieces out. So the answer gets larger. So this is x, and x is actually increasing. The answer is getting larger because you get more of those pieces out of the 2 units. So here are the $2 once again. How many of those pieces do you get out of the 2? So the first example is that 2 divided by $3. So if this is $3, how much of this $3 can you get out of $2? Well, that answer is 2/3 of the $3. So think of this as quarters. So $3 would be 12 quarters. And in $2, you only have 8 quarters. Well, 8/12, 8 out of 12 is the same as 2/3. So 2 divided by 3 is equal to 2/3. You get 2/3 of this $3 out of this $2. All right, so now take that same $2 and divide it by 2. So how much of this 2 can you get out of the $2? Well, you can get one of them. Covers the whole thing. So 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. So how many stacks of 8 quarters can you get out of a stack of 8 quarters? You can get 1 stack. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. So now take that same $2 and divide it by $1.75. That's the same as 7 quarters. So how many stacks of 7 quarters can you get out of 8 quarters? Well, you can get 1 stack. So this is the 7 quarters. Then you have 1/4 left over. What fraction of these 7 quarters, or 1 3/4, is that 1/4 right there, or that 1/4? It is 1/7. So this piece right here is 1/7. It's 1 more quarter. You need 7 quarters for a stack. You have 1 left over, so that is 1/7. So 2 divided by 7/4 is equal to, you're going to count 7ths. You can get 7 of them out plus 1 more. So that's 1 stack of 7 quarters plus 1/7 more. So the answer is 1 1/7. How many stacks of 4 quarters can you get out of $2? Well, you can get 1 stack of 4 quarters, and you can get a second stack of 4 quarters. So 2 divided by 1, so how many $1 basically can you get out of $2? You can get 2 of them. How many 3/4 of a dollar can you get out of $2? That's 2 divided by 3/4. So you can think of it as, how many stacks of 3 quarters can I get out of $2? So I can get 1 stack, so 1 3/4 of a dollar, 2 stacks, or 2 3/4 of a dollar, plus I can't quite get another stack. I can't quite get 3 more quarters. I can only get 2 of them. And those 2 quarters are 2/3 of a stack, or 2/3 of 3/4. So 2 divided by 3/4 is equal to 1, 2, and 2/3 of 3/4. So 2 divided by 3/4 is equal to 8/3, which is the same as 2 and 2/3. 6 divided by 3 is the 2, and then you have 2 left over. So this is 6/4 divided into, forms 2 groups of 3/4, plus you have 2/4 left over. That's 2/3 of a stack. And finally, how many quarters can you get out of $2? Or how many 1/4 dollars can you get out of $2? Well, you can get 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 divided by 1/4 is equal to 2 times 4 is equal to 8. That is equal to 8/4. So the idea is to see, as you're dividing the difference in the y-intercepts up, it's the same amount. It's -2 in the problems. That difference in the slopes is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So the value for x is getting larger and larger and larger. That's just the idea behind this visual.